people like Tim bug me because Tim came down and spent half a day taking tests and placed out of his freshman year. That bugs me because some of us spent 2 of the best years of our lives as freshmen at A&M. Tim spent half a day. She was expecting this little nerd of a guy because he was so smart. But when he showed up over at Olson Field where they loaded up back then to go to fish camp, he was a social butterfly. By the time they loaded the buses to head to Lakeview, he could tell you the names of every single kid in his camp. Look at them and tell you their name right away. By the time they loaded up at Lakeview to come back to College Station, he could tell you the names of most of the kids in all the other camps for that session. He was brilliant, but he loved meeting people. At the end of fish camp, he gave a list of all the things he wanted to do as a Texas Aggie. And high on that list was he wanted to help build the Texas Aggie bonfire. Well, he was in the right place, because this outfit was known for that. His shift started at 2:30 in the morning on November the 18th. He replaced his old lady on the stack. Stack collapsed at 2:42 that morning. If you saw the picture that was published in the Dallas Morning News the next day, you can see Tim. It's a picture of the fallen stack and the rescue workers trying to work with a student that's still trapped inside. Just above their heads, laying on top of some logs, is Tim Kerlee. He's raised up on one elbow, watching them work below him. My first thought when I saw the picture is, why didn't they go to him? He's just laying there on top of the logs. Found out later from the rescue workers, he was the first one they'd gone to. But he wouldn't let them take him away. He kept telling them, I'm okay, go help them. I'm okay, go help them. And as long as he could see somebody else, as long as he could hear somebody else's cries, he kept telling them the same thing. I'm okay, go help them. If you look closer at the picture, you realize he wasn't being totally honest. While the upper part of his body's turned very casually in one direction, the lower part of his body's turned very awkwardly in another. Only when they were able to convince him that by moving the logs he was on could they get to any other students inside the stack. Then and only then did they let him take him from the stack and rush him to the hospital. They took him straight into surgery, but the moment they opened him up, they realized it wasn't a thing they could do. He survived till his mom and dad and sister arrived from Bartlett, Tennessee. He was the only one to get a chance to say goodbye to his family. Some of his buddies in his outfit. The last ones he spoke to were some of the doctors and nurses at St. Joseph's Hospital, because he told his mom, I can tell by the looks on their faces they think they failed. So they got him into his room and he looked at him and he said, you have done the best for me you can possibly do. What is happening to me is not in your control. All I ever ask of you is that you do your best for everybody they ever bring into this place. That's all anybody can ever ask of you. Do your best. At 8 o'clock on Saturday evening, after Stack collapsed early Thursday morning, Tim Kerlee became the 12th and final victim of the Aggie bonfire tragedy. Tim taught me a lot. I used to say, if you'll come to Texas A&M, we'll give you the Aggie spirit. Tim taught me that's not true. He was an Aggie for 3 months. But he was as Aggie as anybody I've ever known in all my life. He epitomized what the Aggie spirit was all about. And it dawned on me, we don't give you the Aggie spirit. You bring it with you. It's everything your moms and dads and family have poured into you through all the years of your life. Your teachers, your scoutmasters, your coaches, your youth pastors, all the people who've been a part of making you who you are. They're the ones who created that spirit within you. We don't give it to you. We just give you a chance to set it free. That's what Tim Kerlee did. One of the biggest ways anybody's ever seen. But he also taught me something else. The words he spoke were nothing amazing. But I've never forgotten them. And they've never impacted me like they did when I heard that Tim had said it. Do your best. That is all anybody can ever ask of you. That's it. No more. Except to do your best. Whether it's in your work in your outfit or in your classroom. In organizations that you're a part of, whatever it is in your life, Give it your absolute best, because that's all anybody can ever ask of you. Your best is always good enough. But you got to give it your best. Gang, this tradition of bonfire represented a lot about the Aggie spirit. But it wasn't about a stack of logs burning. It was about the camaraderie, the family, the spirit, the commitment to do our best, and all we do is Texas A&M. You have a heritage as an outfit that is unbelievable. Live up to it. For it's everything an Aggie is supposed to be. Just go and do your best. Thanks and giggle.